That's our hardwood top, all gone off overnight, so that glue is dried nice and hard. So from here, take the measurements of my base. I'm going to mark that under here and then cut this table to size. Then we're going to sand it back and give it a nice stain on top to finish it all off. Then all that's left is put it together with the painted legs, and this table will be ready for go. To bring this bit of timber back to its former glory, I've brought out the big guns. Now, we're using a belt sander because it takes off a heap of grain to start with, and it's going to expose all these beautiful features that are hiding under all this other stuff. Now, belt sanders like this are really simple to use these days. Got the trigger down there, put it on your surface nice and flat, and just hold on tight. Wow, that's the bulk of the sanding done, and just look at the little features you get in here. You've got a grain coming through here. I'm not going too deep in here because I want to keep a bit of this grey because it's going to really stand out when we stain the timber. Now, for our gaps and our nail holes, I'm just going to fill them with a bit of hardwood putty, let that dry, and in the meantime, we'll cut it down and get it ready for its final sand. Putty's all in, so we'll just let that dry. Now it's time to cut our table down to size. Now, to get a nice straight edge on my cut, I'm going to use a straight edge, or if you don't have a straight edge, use a level. So clamp my first one on. Then I'm just going to use my combination square to get a nice 90-degree angle from my main line of the table. And clamp it off. Just going to put the saw against a straight edge and make sure that the base of it is sitting nice and flush. It means you're going to get a nice straight cut. So now we're going to do the same thing at this end, but we've got to mark out our 1200 top. Now, I want my overall tabletop to be 1200 millimetres, or 1.2 metres. Now, don't make the rookie mistake of marking 1200, setting your guide down and running your saw through, because you must allow for your saw base. This is what's going to run along your straight edge, so you have to offset that with your saw blade. The easiest way to work this out, get your tape measure, push it into the side of your blade, and measure off. So we've got 38 mil. Which means I have to go 1200 minus 38 mil, and that's where my level will sit. Okay. Now all that's left to do, give the edges a light sand, and this will be ready for its first coat of seal.